Gutted. Just absolutely gutted. Mixed bag of feelings really with this one. First off, congratulations to France. You've made it through to the semi-final. But we were the better team. We were the better team for 60, 70 minutes. And that's why I'm saying a mixed bag. England have gone out, but not probably in the typical way we would do. We've gone out fighting, playing the better football, but it just feels like same old England again. Same old England. Everybody was saying before this match, it's the 50-50 games, beating these bigger teams or teams in and around England's quality. In the past, we haven't won them, and we've done it again. We just cannot get over the line. It comes down to, again, and it's going to sound harsh, but a bottle job. There's no other way around it. We had the opportunity there, but in those key, precise, minuscule moments, we just have not got it. We're not good enough, and it's not in a sense of playing the 90 minutes. Like I said, we were the better team. We are not good enough in those 50-50 moments, in those tight moments. It's an age-old problem for England. It's not on Harry Kane. Harry Kane is a world-class striker. He is going to be England's greatest striker ever, if not so already. But England just are not good enough in those key moments. I'm absolutely gutted. So England have fell short yet again. It goes along with Croatia, Italy, Portugal, Argentina. The list could go on really in knockout games where England just come up short in these tight matches. The game was there for England. France really didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to do anything at all. And they never looked like doing anything. They scored 2 good goals, relatively good goals. We probably could have defended them a little bit better. But they seem to have the rub of the green, France. It's not an excuse, but there were just those little moments just went in France's favour. But when we did get the break, we weren't clinical enough. And what I mean by that is in the last 5 minutes, we've had a penalty and a free kick just outside the box. And on both of those occasions, we've failed to make Hugo Lloris do anything. And that is just not good enough. It's as simple as that. It is not good enough. Doesn't matter what we've done over the course of the game. We can be the better team, but in those key points, in those key moments, we were not good enough yet again. It's a national problem now. It goes back years, it goes back decades, and that's why it feels surreal. England have gone out playing the better football. That is a surreal feeling. But the way and the manner in which we've gone out, in terms of not being clinical in those key moments, just feels like same old England, really. This isn't a Southgate problem. Southgate has done absolutely everything he possibly can for this match. You cannot compensate as a manager missing penalties. It's as simple as that. And it's just such a shame. England playing the way they are and with the talent we've got, that we've gone out to this French team who are clearly not any better than England. And it's just such a shame that yet again England come out second best in one of these tight affairs. So I said before the game, if the refs don't get us, let it not be something ridiculous. The ref was an absolute shambles. It was a total shambles. We all knew the story before the World Cup about referees being shown clips of England players going down when players are coming into the back of them as examples of watching out for in terms for refs not to give those decisions. It was clearly obvious last night, particularly with Saka. The ref just did not want to give us absolutely anything. There's no excuses here at all. It wasn't the ref essentially that cost us. The penalty cost us. You cannot deny, no fans can deny this. And I think this is why the reaction's been quite quiet from a lot of other fans around the world. Usually I've been bombarded when England lose, but not this case, because I think people have realised England were the better team on the night and the referee was just an absolute shambles. France's first goal, Saka is fouled in the build-up. It's as simple as that. It's a clear foul. It's not even close. It's a clear foul. Anywhere else on the pitch it's given. There's a big gap then between France scoring, I think it's about 45 seconds between France putting the ball in the back of the net and Saka losing the ball. So you can say England still have a lot to do within that period to disrupt the play. But there's no question that in one example it should have been attacking the free kick for England at the edge of the French area as opposed to us defending our own box. So they wouldn't have scored. Doesn't matter if there's 40 seconds or 50 seconds. France wouldn't have scored if England were given the free kick they should have been given. Saka's also out of position, so it means plenty of other players are having to cover on that wing as well, which frees the space up in the middle. So it is England, yes, they should do better, but it's a free kick. It's as simple as that, and it just goes along again. England fans have countless occasions where this has occurred to us. And I warned it in my previous video because this is what happens to England in tournaments. A referee If a referee doesn't get us, we'll shoot ourselves in the foot, and both have happened in one night. So it's a free kick to Saka. England debatably should have had a penalty as well. It looks to me like he's in the box. I can't believe the referee hasn't even been asked to go and have a look at it. It's just disgraceful, really, because it's clearly close. So I think the referee should be asked to go and have another look at that. He doesn't. We don't get another probably clear penalty. Move on, fair enough. The second penalty that we got, I just want to speak about that as well, because the ref didn't even want to give that, and it was so clear and obvious. It was a foul on Mason Mount. It was so obvious in real time. The ref had no intention of giving it for any second, and then when he was asked to go and look at the video replay, he spent so long looking at it, and it was so clear. He was just he wanted to. He desperately did not want to give that penalty kick to England, but he did. He got the decision right in the end. And Harry Kane, look, Harry Kane is amazing. I'm not here to slate Harry Kane. He's world class, and he is our best ever striker. I'm not debating that. But in that moment, he was not good enough. To not hit the target at all is just unforgivable. It's unforgivable, and you're not going to win tournaments if you cannot hit a target from the penalty spot when you're 2-1 down. It really is that plain and simple. And it's England's history personified within one kick. There's something that shows 50-50s, those tight matches, nothing seems to go our way. And some of that is down to players in those key moments, whether that's Rooney, Kane, Beckham, the list goes on, where we just bottle it. Something goes. We just don't have that composure in the vital key moments. Last night, England were also playing against 12 men for most of it. There were countless opportunities where England should have had an attacking free kick right on the edge of France's box, and we weren't giving it. So it broke up our attack consistently throughout the game as well, because the referee just wasn't giving us anything. He was an absolute shambles. But I'm not blaming the referee. This is more than the referee. There's a full game of 90 minutes, and we had our opportunities to equalise. But let me remind you all, and this is why it hurts, let me remind you all, in my lifetime, I am early 30s. Italy, Spain, Germany and France have all won the World Cup. In fact, all won the European Cup as well. So within that short space of time, 30 years, the top 5 nations in Europe, 4 of them have won the World Cup and the Euros. The one exception to that is England. We've reached one final in that time. So you've just got to go again and say it's just a massive underachievement again from England. We consistently underachieve at tournaments. We underachieve. And I know it's harsh to say we've underachieved this time. And I'm not saying that. You know, this is a 50-50 game. It could have gone either way. But that game was there for England. We were the better team. We were the better team and still could not produce. We could still not produce those key moments that push us over the line. And it's a huge problem. It's a massive problem. And I don't know the answer. And I don't know the reasons for it either. So anyone want to comment on that, please do so. But England, as a European nation, are drastically underachieving at world level in tournaments. So it goes down as a not good enough nearly moment yet again for England. But let's get it clear, Southgate is not to blame for this. I'm going to state now, Southgate has to stay as England manager. I think we go back decades if we lose Southgate as England manager. He is by far the best manager in my lifetime by an absolute country mile, and arguably he's a couple of penalties away, isn't he, to getting us back-to-back semi-finals at a World Cup and winning a European title. So none of those things are Southgate's fault. Missing penalties, managers can't do anything about that. It's down to the individual players. Southgate is the right man for this squad of players. I've no doubt about that. And anyone saying otherwise is a joke. I've ran a Twitter poll following the match. These are the current results as it stands. Still a couple of hours to go. Majority of England fans in favour of Gareth Southgate, which is brilliant. He needs to stay for me. He really does. I do not see a better alternative out there. I'm more nervous now about what Gareth Southgate does. This is such a double whammy if he now leaves. It really is, and he's got to stay. I'm desperate for Southgate to stay on. The positives. So what are the positives? Because there are positives, and the positives are that England, for the first time, have gone out, given it their all, and been the better team. We took it to France. We were the better squad. I think if you play that match 9 times out of 10, again, we are winning that match. It's just England. This is what happens to us, I'm afraid. We didn't win, but England went out well, if you can do. But England were good last night, no doubt in that. Bellingham, Foden, Saka continue to show how these are going to be the star players for England moving forward. Jordan Henderson was absolutely phenomenal this tournament as well. So was Harry Maguire. Moving forward, though, we need new centre-backs coming through to look at replacing Stones and Maguire, and a new central midfield team as well. Bellingham and Rice will be there for some time, but we need another one. We need another central midfielder coming through, and another striker for Kane to compete with Kane. Kane isn't getting any younger now. The Euros may be his last proper chance, really, in terms of being in his prime. We need now other England strikers to start to come through. But England need to be better in these tight games. It's still a barrier we haven't conquered. We cannot get over it. And it's got to happen in the Euros. If we're going to win a major title, we have to beat a big team playing well in a major competition. And we have to win games when we're playing well. It's as simple as that. The ref needs to do his part as well, though. And he didn't last night. It was an absolute shambles. I'm not going down conspiracy routes. I'm not one of those people, but clearly England get their more than fair share of poor refereeing decisions at major tournaments. France's winning goal, though, we should be doing better. We should be stopping the cross. We shouldn't be beating at the near post to the header neither. We were just too slow. Weren't awake enough. It was almost the only thing France put into the box all night and they scored from it. It just feels so unjust that route and that French team has gone through, given the two performances last night. So we go again. Euro 2024. Just to back up Southgate even more, though, just a reminder, this is England's first defeat in a knockout game within 90 minutes under Gareth Southgate over 3 tournaments. We have never been beaten over 90 minutes in a knockout game until last night. That just shows you how well he's done with this England team moving forward. No doubt he has to be there for Euro 2024. So please, Southgate, please, I know you're not listening, but for God's sake, just stay. Just stay. You are the man. You are the one for this England team. I still believe, though, it feels like it's just going to be constant forever. England's never going to get that just little bit of break and a little bit of luck you need to win a tournament. Every team needs that little bit of luck to do so. England, it just feels like it's never going to be our time. But I still believe Euro 2024, March the campaign kicks off. I will be back. I will be continuing to deliver videos. I just want to say thank you so much for people from all over the world, genuinely from all over the world, looking at my figures, who have supported and watched this channel throughout the World Cup as an England fan. I'll probably do another video for the final, maybe. But I'm going to take a week or two away, given the fact I've been pumping these videos out over these past few weeks. But thank you very much for everybody for your support. But next year, England go again, I go again, we all go again as a fan base. The players do, and hopefully Southgate will be there as well. Come on, England. The campaign to be European 2024 champions starts now. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all on my next video.